This all-wheel drive Ford Transit behind me is the Storyteller Mode LT. We are going to do a full walkthrough to the mode today and show you all the different features it has to offer. Let's start with the chassis. This was built on the Ford Transit all-wheel drive chassis. It's the 148-inch wheelbase with the high roof. One great touch that Storyteller has made to the Transit is they've outfitted it with their own custom wheels. Now, some features on the driver's side. Here is your input for the shore power, ladder to the roof deck, and then on the end here is the inlet for your water. Up on the roof, you have a huge roof deck. It's so strong that you can actually jump around on it. So this makes a perfect place to bring your chairs, sit down, and just watch the sunset. Up here, you have AC unit, solar panel, awning that's attached to the roof rack, as well as your inside vent. Now, the nice thing about these 4Runner roof racks is that you can mount all sorts of accessories to them, or like I said, just come up and use it as a roof deck. On the passenger side, you have two household plugs here. And if you walk over on the inside of the van with your outdoor table, there are two more plugs. This is great because if you use a pressure cooker or an induction stovetop, something like that, you can put it out here and cook outside. So let's go inside and take a look around. Starting off at the front of the van, you can see there's an LCD screen, nice leather seats, and both seats do flip around to help form a bit of a living room in the front of the van. Let's move over to the Groove Lounge. Now, the Groove Lounge has seating for two people. It also has over-the-shoulder seat belts for two. There is an adjustable table here. It swivels. It also pulls up and out of the way. And if you're using this as a workstation, they've included two outlets for your devices as well as two USB outlets. The neat thing about the Groove Lounge is not only is a seat for two, but it also converts into a bed. Let me show you how to do that. Take the table out. We'll store that up here for the moment. Next, bring the backrest down. Now, I just completed a 10-week road trip with my mother, and she used this as her bed while my wife and I slept up on the main bed. She said she found it very comfortable, but it's not only seating, it's not only a bed, it's also a lounge, hence the name Groove Lounge. So you can sit here, look out, enjoy the view while you're camping someplace. You could have movie night by setting a laptop or TV up on the counter, or just use this as another way to sit and enjoy your van. Okay, so Groove Lounge is back in seating mode. Now we can go through the kitchen. To start, there is a 12-volt refrigerator that actually opens all the way out. So if you're standing outside, you can grab yourself a beverage or something to snack on. Stainless steel sink. What I like about this sink is it's nice and deep, so you can actually do dishes in here without water splashing out. Countertop, microwave, Bluetooth speaker, and in the drawers, at least in the top drawer, this is your induction stovetop. So this actually comes out. You can put it up here or down on the table outside and cook wherever you want. There are three other drawers, two smaller ones, and then a larger drawer down on the bottom. There are two outlets here, USB outlets up here, as well as a 12-volt outlet. I've used a number of the Storyteller Overland Mode vans, including the Ford Transit prototype, as well as multiple Mercedes vans that they've built. Now, the interior layout is pretty much the same for most of the vans. However, in 2022, they've made some significant upgrades to these vans, including these panels here. So this is the readout for the Volta system, as well as the on-off button. Now the Volta system consists of a high output secondary alternator that charges your battery system. The battery system is 12 kilowatts and it has a 3200 watt inverter. Now the previous vans used to have a 3600 watt inverter. However, the smaller inverter is more efficient and creates less heat when it's on. This panel shows you your state of charge, how much time you have remaining with that charge, your pack temp, and the power flow. So this allows you to easily monitor how much power you're using at any given time. On this side, we have a new monitor that they've created to replace a lot of the switches in that for the heater, the AC unit, the lights. All of that can now be controlled here. So for example, on the lighting screen, I can now go in, turn on chill mode, which turns on some of the cabin lights. I can adjust those lights up and down, as well as setting other presets. On the climate screen, you can control your rooftop vent, AC, and heat, as well as setting your temperature. And if you go back to the home screen, you're showing your interior temperature, as well as your monitors for your fresh and gray tank. It's actually getting a little warm in here, so why don't we turn the fan on? Let's see, we'll go fan on. There we go. And we want airflow going out, and we'll open the vent. If I need to, I can adjust the fan speed on the fly, turn it down, or turn it all the way up. Unfortunately, since we're filming, I've got to turn this back off so you can hear me. And we'll close the vent. It's that easy. Now these two panels have to be one of the new features that I'm most excited about. I love how they've integrated everything into this touch panel rather than having it all over here where it was in the past. Now to give you an idea of height in the Transit, this is the high roof. I'm 5'11", and there is more than enough room in here for me to stand without hitting my head. Now let's talk about storage in the mode. Up front, there's a shelf with these two cubbies, as well as this cabinet here. The nice thing with these cabinets is they're all padded, so when you put things in here, it won't rattle around. What if I told you there is a full shower and a toilet in this van? Most people wouldn't believe me. I wouldn't believe me either, but there is. So down here, not only is this a step into the bed, but it's also where the shower basin and toilet are. This comes with a 2.6 gallon portable toilet, and to take a shower, pull the toilet out of the basin. You have your drain, and up here is where your curtain is. Drop that down. And now you have a shower. Now, I've used the shower in this van many times and it works great. One thing I love about having a soft-sided shower like this is that you can actually move around in the shower. Whereas if you have a fixed bathroom, you're kind of stuck in that little space. Let me show you what I mean. So there are magnets along the opening. Step inside, and now if I'm taking a shower, I can move around in here and I have space. And a nice feature about this is that since it does tuck away, you have all this open space and it makes the van feel a lot bigger, which is important when you're in such a small space, especially with other people. Shower head is up here, as well as the hot and cold water. Now the heated water comes from an S-bar unit that's also the furnace that runs off the gasoline in the gas tank of the van. In the garage/bedroom area, you have two cabinets on either side of the van. Both have a pass-through, so you can store larger items, and they're also padded so things don't rattle around. Now, one great feature about the new 2022 vans is that these cabinets are actually removable. So I've already taken off the driver's side cabinet. So here's the cabinet, and here is the rail system that they've put in, which allows you to take these cabinets off. It'll also allow you to put in soft goods if you have a rail system that they'll work with. And if you're out traveling and you don't need this extra storage, or you want a little bit more headroom when you're sleeping in the bed, you can just take the cabinet out and leave it behind. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this back area can transform from a garage into a bedroom. Currently, I kind of have it split between the two. So this side of the bed is pulled up, this side down, but this can also be work mode. So if you remove this cushion, there is a table underneath. You can extend your kitchen area or use it as a working desk while you're traveling. On this side of the bedroom, you have a sliding window with a screen, as well as 2 outlets in case you need to run a CPAP machine or something like that at night, or just charge your devices. As I mentioned, this side of the bed also comes down. Pull it off, lower the bed down. The roof of the van is tall enough so that I have enough space to sit up in bed. There are flares on both sides, so I have enough space to lay down. Above the bed in the bedroom is the AC system. Now, with the 12 kilowatt battery on board, you can run this AC all night long to keep yourself cool when you're camping out in the desert. At the rear of the garage is a control panel for the water system, an additional button for the water pump if you're using the outdoor shower. The port is here. Here's the controls for hot and cold water. And if you ever need to, here's an access port for the water pump so you can change that out. Another nice feature that's new for 22 is this little vent here is a vent for the heater. Now, you get more heat in the back, but what this also does is, since that heat runs through where the water system is, it helps keep that warm in the winter. Now, in the garage itself, on the walls and the floors is durable material so that you can throw things back here, as well as these rails so you can mount things like bicycles. Now, when they developed these vans, they developed them so that the height from the floor to the top of the bed can accommodate most bicycles. There are cargo lights along both sides in the garage. You also have access to your breakers in here. Another 12-volt plug, 2 more 120 plugs, as well as vents for the battery system. And to finish off the rear of the van, they do ship these with a tow hitch as well as the appropriate plugs. Now, the last feature I want to highlight on this van is the fact that it comes with the extended range 31-gallon fuel tank. You might also be wondering about the price. These come in at just under $155,000. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to see more cool content, head on over to our website at we'retherussos.com, and we'll see you next time. Bye.